Hi everyone! The number of me's that I woke up to today, I was like, I need to film this. I'm so excited. I'm glad that you guys really want to know, and I also am going to find out how many of you just want this shortcut. So, my dotted face method. My dotted face method is basically when I don't apply much makeup at all, the lesser the steps, minimal product, and it also helps when I have to apply makeup very often and I want to still let my skin breathe. So in this method, I also of course don't end up spending much time as a result. So what I'm going to do first is I do my entire skin prep as per usual. So I've already got my moisturizer and SPF on because it's the daytime now. And then I'm going to go in with my primer. So my primer, because I want to still keep my skin controlled since I'm not applying much coverage at all. So I'm going in with my mattifying primer, Step 1 Makeup Forever, because oiliness is my main problem and pores. So usually I would go in with a pore primer, but I don't have it today. So I'm just going to use the mattifying primer. I'm going to apply it right on the areas where I get oily. Right, so once I've got that on, the next thing I'm going to go in with is my corrector. So again, dotted base method. So I'm picking up my corrector. This is an Eligal Pro, and I'm literally just going to apply it in my problem areas, meaning the areas where I do have a bit of pigmentation. So remember, you just kind of want to dot your product in the areas where you need coverage, and that would be it. And then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just blend that out. You could also use a brush for this, but if you really want to be quick and get it done, then I would suggest going in with your beauty blender directly, because if you do use a brush, you still have to blend it out with the blender after. And once the corrector is on, I'm going in with my MAC Studio Radiance concealer. Absolutely love this concealer, you guys. It's thick and creamy, and a little bit goes a long way. So whenever you guys are using this method, pick a concealer that is creamier, because the coverage that you get from a minimal amount would be way better than something that is light or sheer or just really lightweight. So pick something that is really creamy. This one by MAC, the Studio Radiance, is good. Tarte, Shape Tape, Huda, NARS, these are all good concealers to apply for this method. So I'm gonna dot this on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically in the right under the tear duct, and then you're coming down, because this is where you get that slight line here that forms, and you want to put 2 dots over there, 1 dot at the side of your nose and 1 dot on the outer part. So the same thing. Now, so here is a side tip. For those of you who have got more severe pigmentation, do not be afraid to go in with more dots. It's fine, but you're just gonna stick to the dots, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with wherever I applied my corrector, and that's it. I go back in with my beauty blender and I'm going to blend this out just exactly where I placed it. Now you can see that this has just this little bit of product has already gone a long way. And just blend the product first exactly where it is placed. So you want to focus the product under the eye in this triangular area, and that's about it. And then also lightly, for stubborn spots, use lighter pressure, because this will allow you to get more coverage. Now, once you have blended the product in those places, what you're going to do is, you don't want to leave patches, so there's almost no product at all, but what you're going to do is just go in over the whole face, remove any of these patches that you might see. Now, I like applying minimal product here because I don't want creasing up. I don't want it creasing up. So I'm just blending everything in. So what this allows you to do is it also allows you to thin the layer of concealer that you have currently on. I also go under my brow, and basically it's like finish it up. And there are times, you guys, you can see that this area, you can see that there's nothing much here already on the forehead, and I do not like applying much product on my forehead at all, because I just feel like, especially on a day-to-day, it tends to just look thick, and it's not necessary, especially when you've not truly primed your skin prior for product on, because you're preparing only for like thin layer of base products. So once this is done, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent honey powder, and you can just use a brush, because for those of you who are prone to using a sponge, a blender to pick up and apply your powder, that is for heavier coverage, and when you need more powder to also set your product. But I don't have much product on my base, so a brush would give you enough and also maintain a very light layer of product on the skin. So just set it under the eye, and you don't have to load product, you don't have to bake, none of that for this. You're just wanting to set the whole face. And then using a super light diffused brush, we're just going to loosely blend on the whole face. So this is my base done. I'm gonna go ahead and complete my makeup now. I'm using an eyeliner pen actually, and I'm just gonna fill my brow in. Mascara, my favorite being this one by Silky Gold Lash Prism, especially on a day-to-day. The next thing I never want to omit for this method is a really good blush. And I usually tend to lean towards more intense colored blushes. This one is by MAC. You can see that the color is pretty rich. It's from the Golden Hour Glow Face palette in medium. And I'm just going to pick that product and kind of place it on the upper part of my cheekbones first. And then we're going to blend and bring it to the apples, whatever that there is remaining. Same thing. I love smiling for this method because it really allows you to see where you should be placing the blush. So once the blusher is on, if there's anything you want to lighten up, go back in with your beauty blender and just kind of go over those areas that you want to soften. And then for those of you who want to like add on a highlight, you can, but for me, it's really how I feel, and today I feel like I don't need it, I don't want to apply it, so that's it. Also with, you know, the skin oxidizing later, because there's so little product, like the skin just looks naturally more radiant and illuminated, so I don't need the highlighter. There are days that I feel like I want to apply it, then I would. And then I'm going in with my favorite lip liner from Mikaj in the shade Pure Angelic. I usually get it when I'm in Dubai. And I'm just gonna line my lips, important stuff. We're blending that. And now I'm going in with the Crushed Oil Infused Gloss Force of Nature by Bobbi Brown. There you go. You have the completed look. This is what I do for my dotted base method for minimal product and still allow myself to look vibrant and have enough on just to step out of the house. So brows, mascara, blusher. A lip liner is key because you can just fill it in with a lip gloss or a lip balm that you carry in your bag. So that is a primer, a corrector, a concealer, powder, blush, lip liner and a balm, mascara. And for those of you who've already got like full brows, you can completely omit this step. But for me, because I have gaps in my brows, a brow product.